Okay, couple of things to cover before we get into this video. Fellow travelers, welcome. First things first, the song of the day, even the song of the weekend, I might say, was... Shit, sorry, 1 sec. It's by... Give My Heart by Junior Varsity. Really good. Junior Varsity is cool. I've liked some of their other stuff before, but I haven't heard this particular song yet, and then I did, and now I like it. So that is the song of the day. Secondly, I got a freaking haircut. Holy crap, it feels amazing to not have to keep touching my hair or doing this whenever I'm doing anything, literally. I'm gonna feed my cat, and then I think it's about time we get into the freaking video. I'm gonna be cooking some ground beef in my meals and stuff for the rest of the week as I do this. Or not rest of the week, but rest of the 2 days. If you guys hear my cat wailing in anguish because it's been a whole couple of hours since her last meal, please disregard that. Or heed it, I don't know, whatever the heck you want to do with those subliminal kitty cat messages. But today's video, yeah, what do you do when your best isn't good enough? It sucks, it's a sucky feeling. I feel like we've probably all been there at one point or another. And to that question, I'm going to ask you sort of a rhetorical question here. Who really knows what your best is? There is a correct answer. I'll give you 2 seconds to think about it. Okay, the correct answer is you. Only you know what your best really is. Whether you're lying to yourself in a certain situation, saying, yeah, that was my best work, I did my best, whatever. Or you really know. Damn, I did every single possible thing I could to ace that interview, and they still went with the person who was closer. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself, okay? It's really easy to lie to other people. I mean, heck, we've been lying since we were like little kindergartners, okay? At least I have. I know I'm not the only one. But it is impossible to lie to yourself, okay? And look, to a certain extent, it can be easy to lie to yourself, you know? It can be easy to put certain thoughts or things in the back burner kind of your mind. But at the end of the day, you know what's what, all right? You know what really is your best or not, what kind of outside circumstances dictate your best, what certain things make your best happen, what does your best actually look like. You know all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna go spit out my gum really quick, actually. This is an old piece of gum, and it is just flailing around in my mouth right now. So that's the first thing. Are you lying to yourself? When you're asking yourself, damn it, I did my best, let's pump the brakes before we get all, daytime Emmy super dramatic about it, okay? Was that really your best work? Are you being legit? Are you being honest with yourself, okay? I know for a fact, I can think of times where I was like, oh, dude, I totally did everything that I was supposed to. I can't believe they didn't choose me for this, or this didn't work out, blah, blah, blah. But I know deep down, somewhere in my heart and my soul, my spirit, my psyche, whatever the heck you guys, wherever your chakras are located, I suppose. I don't know what I'm talking about. With the chakra stuff, I know what I'm talking about with the doing your best thing. Be honest with yourself, And if you are honest with yourself, usually you don't really get those feelings of like, man, I did my best, but what the heck? You don't I feel like when you know that you genuinely did your best, it kind of sets this precedent in your mind that anything else that could have possibly happened is outside of your control. And don't get me wrong, even I still hate it when things are outside of my control. I don't know if that makes me a type A or type B kind of person. Maybe I'm the mysterious hidden type E sort of person, but I don't like it when stuff is out of my control. But when you are honest with yourself, those kinds of things don't really bother you as much, When you know truly deep down that you busted your ass on something, you're not going to really be beating yourself up about it. You're not going to be stewing on it, like there, I'll tell a story. I've kind of hinted at this story a little bit before. But when I was 19 years old, I was recently signed to a modeling agency. It was in the summer of 2019. And one of the first auditions that I booked was for a video game main character auditioning at the 2K mocap studio, motion capture studios. They were like an hour away from where I lived at the time. I kind of live in the San Francisco Bay Area in California. And it was the perfect example of a golden opportunity. Sorry, I spit out my gum like it was breaking into pieces. Meets zero preparation and 100% ego. I went into this shit. I mean, it was my first ever audition for like pretty much anything ever, so I kind of had this air of like, I mean, if they're already asking me to be here, I pretty much have the job. And boy, was I wrong. I was outclassed, outmatched, outperformed. It was bad. It was very bad. That's basically what I'm getting to. And there was, a time where I was like, dude, I like, how could I even get this far? And then like, there's no way. Again, be honest with yourself. Did I train for that specifically for the opportunity? No, not really. I kind of relied on my previous experience to sort of just coast me through it. Did I do any kind of research about what sort of work a motion capture artists actually have to go through or do? No, I didn't do anything. I was met with the opportunity. My ego told me that, hey, you're ready for this. If they're gonna come to you anyways, you basically have the gig. And it was a smack in the freaking, just being in, like, during the audition, I could tell, like, I was just wasting these people's time. It was a horrible feeling. I don't think I've ever really had that feeling since then. I've kind of learned my lesson. That was a hard way to learn a lesson in front of a team of professional casting directors and stunt performers, and oh my gosh, dude. So, don't learn your lesson in front of 25 different other people like I did, and instead internalize that and grow. Just do your own thing, grow yourself. Just do you, okay? But yeah, honestly, this is going to be a pretty short video. When it comes to being yourself, are you being honest with yourself, dude? You know if you are or not. You tell them, Ophelia. Are they being honest? I mean, there's times recently you can think of job interviews or maybe you didn't get into the college that you wanted or stuff like that. If you're having these feelings of, oh God, what is it? I did everything I possibly could have. If you really did everything you possibly could have, I don't think you'd be so bothered. And like, I'm not saying, again, that you need to be like this robotic, like human, devoid of all emotion. And like, stuff still sucks when you get rejected from something. Yeah, like 100%. That's not what I'm trying to say. But that feeling of just like stewing on something for a few days or even weeks, months, I've totally been there. When you're just like, oh, those motherfuckers, it was probably your fault. That's okay. Take it with grace, move on. You have the rest of your life for these opportunities to come along, okay? So the most important part is not getting the opportunity itself. The important part is being prepared for the opportunity, okay? Whether you're in a computer science major, or you're an actor or an actress, or a musician, maybe you do cosplay, whatever the heck you do, okay? Be real with yourself and those expectations that you have inside your head, and go out there and make shit happen, all right? Stuff takes what it takes. That's a pretty corny, like gym bro, not even corny, it's a good ass foundational quote. It just comes from a lot of gym bros and maybe potentially outwardly visibly corny things. But it takes what it takes. Rich Piana, Sam Sulek, first Rich Piana, may he rest in peace. But shit takes what it takes, dude. Landing in the case of my example earlier, landing a freaking motion capture leading role in a video game and all that kind of stuff is probably takes a little bit more than just getting an email and being, hey, you're invited to the audition. Okay, cool. It probably takes more than that. Don't Like, slow down my brain for a second. Don't put all of your eggs in the basket of opportunity, okay? I guess that's all I'm trying to say. Weird-ass quote. But if that's the one thing you take from this video, let it be that, okay? Put your eggs into the basket of preparation, not of opportunity. There's also, I think it's like a fortune cookie quote, but it's like, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And that's totally true. You know, getting the opportunity and all that kind of stuff, like if you're an actor, oh my gosh, I just got this email, they want me to audition for this 6-figure crazy broad, you know, whatever. Are you actually gonna kill it at the audition? Like it's easy to get caught up in like the hype of these potential things that might happen. But remember, you still gotta bring it at the end of the day. You still gotta freaking you still gotta hold up your end of the bargain. You still gotta, you know, hold up your end of the promise. So, I guess that's really just my 2 cents. I hope you guys are having an awesome Monday nonetheless. I started the day off really not wanting to go to work. And I also had some stuff with my landlord to take care of. But you know what? We made it in anyways. We stayed a little extra later. Went to Safeway on the way home. Just fed my cat. And heck, now here we are. But yeah, it's been a good day. I feel like I haven't really had a opportunity recently where I feel like where I've stewed on that kind of feeling of being cheated or I did my best but really I didn't, and all that kind of stuff. But I kind of have a cool example of where it paid off, and hopefully saying this doesn't jinx it, but there was a cool housing opportunity essentially for me to get a new place. And the opportunity arose, and of the 4 people that were accepted into this kind of program, I was number 3, all right? And it wasn't just my dad or my mom or somebody or, whoever being like, hey, because my dad used to work for the city, so he will hear about these certain housing programs and stuff, so that's why I say that. My dad's not Kingpin or some shit. But that case, so there's the opportunity. But then it was I had to go phone calls with the IRS, with lenders. I had to get any kind of financial form or anything like that from the last 5 years I had to pull. It was rough. It was a lot. And I do not doubt that probably 75% of the original applicants are just turned down because they don't feel like doing that shit. And now next thing you know, boom, you don't have a freaking house. So that was an example of it working out, where I recognized what was needed from me and what my best would look like. And I freaking executed and did it. And I'm number 3 on that list of 4 to get the house. And I don't know how many total people applied. 15 applications were approved. So it could have been 100 to 15 and then 4. And I'm in that subsection. So that's just freaking cool. I'm proud of myself. It's cool. I feel like I've had a lot of kind of cool opportunities get queued up. Again, the opportunity. A Porsche commercial. A freaking Porsche reached out, or an agency for Porsche reached out, and they wanted me to do a Leon cosplay when Requiem was coming out and stuff. Oh yeah, let's fucking go! Boom, falls through. That was kind of more out of my control. But again, I was expecting just the rest of the opportunity to just fall in my lap, and that's not how life works, So maybe you do get that job interview, or you do get an interview with a certain college, or insert anything where it's this bridge into the next potential life opportunity for you. Do your best, but your real best, okay? Don't lie to yourself. I don't want any of this kind of half-assery type crap. Or when stuff is hard, you make up all these thousands of little excuses in your head as to why you'll just do it a different time. It doesn't really make sense for you to do it anyway. Well, you yourself are so good at counteracting yourself when you there's something needs to be done but you just don't want to do it. Your mind is really, really good at coming up with 1,000 little reasons or lies as to why it can't happen, or why it's too lazy, or why it's too hard, or it doesn't really need to happen or anything, okay? Ignore it. Just do the thing. Go to the pet store and get some more pet food or cat litter like you were supposed to. Go to the DMV and get your license renewed like you were supposed to. All these little, I'm rambling. The point is, do it. Just do it. It's the Shia LaBeouf thing. Literally, just do it, okay? Only you know what you're capable of, and it's up to you to show the rest of the world what that is, all right? Period. Honestly, fuck yeah, that was a good-ass statement. That's the end of this video. I'm really proud of you guys. Keep doing your thing. Have an awesome rest of your Monday, and I'll catch you tomorrow.